Hello and welcome to Unrest Digest. Yeah, a little bit of a different setup. I mean, I'll try and hide this light bulb with my head, but this is just how it is. This is my new studio. It's not. I'm in the loft. But some things are easier up here. I'm gonna sort of maybe move some things around, but maybe I can probably tilt this away from the light. Yeah, we'll move over, shall we? Hopefully I don't go through the floor, but if I do, it'll make a funny video, won't it? But oh my god, I can move the camera with my foot. Definitely not scary, but anyway, since this is this channel's called Unrest Digest, got my tits out there. The whole point was to show off unrest around the world, like, you know, protests, riots and all that, etc. That was the first initial idea. That's where the name came from, because there was a lot going on when I came up with the name. A lot has died down since then. However, there's a lot going on in France again, but they're always rioting. I do get that. But anyway, let's get into the news. This is BBC. French reforms. Macron refuses to give way as pension protests escalate. This light is really pissing me off. I'm going to look a bit pink in this, but oh well. That's what it is for now. By Paul Kirby. French President Emmanuel Macron has given, it sounds like some kind of like cheese, doesn't it? Has given a defiant defence of his decision to force through a rise in the pension age in the face of protests across France and 2 no confidence votes. Apparently he survived like by the skin of his teeth. And I swear he just got elected by the skin of his teeth as well. Or was that the French one? No, Canadian one, sorry. Well, I think it was both. This reform isn't a luxury, it's not a pleasure, it's a necessity, he said. By the way, Elon Musk came out and said that the pension age of 62 was a bit too low. I'm not sure what it is in this country, but I swear it's higher. But times are changing, People are getting older, can't afford to pay these pensions. That's basically what it comes down to. I know a lot of people get a bit tired in their old age and a bit achy and all that, but if we can't pay for it. I don't know, to be honest. I don't really have much of an opinion on this. I personally don't aim to retire. I aim to be either rich or dead, one or the other, or my child can look after me instead. Anyway, so I'm trying to get comfortable. It's a bit of an odd setup. I'm scared about going through the fucking ceiling. But anyway, protesters have been emboldened by the government's use of constitutional power to ram through reforms without a vote in the National Assembly. I don't know what any of this means. A 9th round of strikes and national protests will take place on Thursday. There have been 6 nights of demonstrations involving hundreds of arrests in a number of cities. Bins that have been left overflowing by refuse workers have been set alight, and 13% of petrol stations are running short on fuel because of blockades at oil refineries. Almost half the pumps in the Bouches-du-Rhône area of the south have run dry. Yeah, there's this like viral clip of like a load of people sitting in a restaurant. You know, they're just eating away, and you can see out the window, there's just burning rubbish everywhere. I mean, if the bin men ain't going to collect it, you got to get rid of it somehow, I guess. The protests have also cast a cloud over King Charles' imminent visit to France. Yeah, because that's really noteworthy. Well, not for me anyway. Green MP Sandrine Rousseau called for the trip to be cancelled. It's a priority to really receive Charles III at Versailles. Something is taking place with French society. Something. The priority is to go and talk to society, which is rising up. What do you think? The king going to France when there's mass protest? I'm sure the king can calm things down, can't he? You know, French and how much they love their kings. But yeah, well, maybe I should sit up. We'll stay like this, actually. I look a bit cool, you know. I don't, but yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Under pressure to lower tensions, Mr. Macron made his first public remarks on the escalating pensions round in an interview broadcast on 2 of the main French TV channels at Wednesday lunchtime. Didn't he? France were famous for their yellow vest protests about the fuel rise. That makes a bit more sense, but like, I don't know what it would take to get massive riots in the UK, other than stupid stuff that happens normally with the riots that we have, like the one in Bristol, because of something to do with the police or something. And it sort of push came to shove, literally, and then shove came to jumping on top of police cars. But a pension age increase, is that really the thing? I mean, I get it, you want to retire and that, but like, there's got to be something else. I heard it's austerity measures, so there's got to be other things they're doing, surely. I think it was something to do with the fuel rise as well. Do you really think I enjoyed passing this reform? No, he said, looking to bring in the, I think I've read over again, rise in pension age within the 2023. He said he had a responsibility not to leave the issue alone despite its unpopularity. France has a pay-as-you-go pension system, whereas workers pay for retirees. Mr. Macron pointed out that when he began working, there were 10 million French pensioners, and now there are 17 million. Oh dear. The longer we wait, the more deficit will deteriorate, he said. It was time to move, reviving dialogue with the unions and all political forces are ready to do so. He outlined a list of priorities for the rest of his presidency: reforming immigration laws, building 200 new barracks for military police, school health and the environment. President Macron's decision to use the 49.3 clause to force through a rise in the pension age from 62 to 64 and prolong pension contributions is considered the biggest political risk since he took on the Yellow Vest protesters in the first term of his presidency. I really don't see this guy that he keeps winning organically. I just don't see what, like, this guy he's always there, and there's always how many elections has he had? How many votes has there been? And this guy's just still here. I think he's got or he's got links on it. Is it some kind of bank or somebody high up? Luke Rakowski of We Are Change always says, what's it something to do? He's one of them elite. He's in with them, so they love him. President Macron. Oh, I've read that already. But at the point he had a healthy majority in Parliament. Now he leads a minority government, and the retirement reform is highly unpopular. So it's basically signaling in the end of his career, unless he survives another vote. But at that point, he had, oh my God. Political commentator Bruno Cotres of Sciences Pro University told RTL tongue twisters, 6 years of office behind him, the president no longer had quite the same agility as he had at the start, and his latest remarks will go down badly with the unions. The union leader, along with the far-right National Rally and the far-left France, unbowed. Everything's far these days, isn't it? Far left, far right, far centre, far quad. Behind the president no longer had quite. Oh my God. So I'm knackered today. Blah blah. I can't remember. Was it this country in France that had no? Sweden had a slight sort of. The far right party got in, didn't they? A little bit. I haven't heard much of Sweden since that happened, to be honest. Philippe Martinez, head of the far left CGT union, said the president's interview had taken millions of protesters for fools, claiming his reforms were the only alternative. Laurent Berger, the moderate CFT, accused Mr. Macron of rewriting history and lying to hide his foes in a secret majority in Parliament. Oh, it's a bit boring, isn't it? I'm sorry, it's just all these French names and naming the TVs. It's just like, are they actually writing anything of substantial substance here? Or are they just like name dropping institutions for like airtime almost? Like, I feel like I'm just reading advertisements of different people, different agencies and corporations and stuff. 175 hours debate, blah blah blah. It's not really much more. Is that it? They're just up in the. He survives a no confidence vote, and apparently he will not back down. But I'll end the video there. Maybe we'll do a little more deeper dive tomorrow, or into some of the actual stuff that's happened, rather than about Macron and stuff. We'll talk about what actually has been happening in France. See if there's anything else going on, or any other reasons why there may be riots. But anyway, thanks for watching this video, and please check out the next video and the ones before, all the ones after. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will eventually be putting some videos on Rumble because I don't want to get banned again. Anyway, so cheers guys, thanks. I'm trying to turn it off, but yeah.